Hey y'all, it's Pranithia from Everyday Kingdom Living. And here we have guided conversations. We talk about real life, real faith, real pace, and real growth. And anytime y'all see me sitting on this couch, just know we about to have a real conversation. Okay? So y'all, we already talked about last week how to put our pace on paper. We learned to time block. We learned to create a daily schedule for ourselves. We met this person named Andrea and her 3 children and learned how Andrea took and created a 10-year plan. She put 10 years of planning on paper and then backtracked all the way until the present day to show how she could reach that goal. We had step-by-step instruction on how she was going to reach that goal by just starting one day, today. And that could be you. So we did that last week. We learned how to do that for ourselves. But today, I want to talk about the free time that we found. When we made that time block schedule, we should have found out that we have these chunks of time, 10 minutes here, 30 minutes there, an hour over here, that are empty, that maybe we have used to scroll, or we've used to call a friend, or we went out more than we should, or we've eaten out more than we should. We could be using that time to do something that is transformative for our lives, to excel us and bring us to the next level. I don't know, but that's what I want to talk about. What to do with that free time now that we got it. Because free time, it's just strategy. It's strategy that needs to take place when we have free time. We don't want to use it all willy-nilly, just like our money. We want to be really, really strategic with our time. And on my journey, as I've learned more about time management, I've learned that free time is where your future gets oxygen. Think about it. Think about how I said Andrea created that 10-year plan. Imagine if you never, ever give it life. Imagine if you never breathe into it what is needed to see your future come to pass. Imagine if you decided that, I do want to have $100,000 saved up in 10 years, but today I'm still just going to stay right where I am because I don't know what to do. I'm frozen. I don't know how to move. Well, that's why you're here. I'm glad you clicked on this video because that's what we're going to talk about today. How to take that free time that you have in your life and use it to expand. So the first thing I learned on this journey is sometimes we feel like free time is, if we take advantage of that free time, that it might trigger some guilt in us. It might make us feel bad. Sometimes, especially as a single mom, we don't rest well. We don't create time for ourselves to rest because we feel guilty when we sit down. We feel guilty when we decide not to wash the dishes or fold the laundry or accept this invitation to go somewhere. Sometimes we feel guilty. But please know that if you are the type of mom or single mom to rush around all the time, you're constantly moving about, you're doing things all the time, when I tell you that you need to stop and use your free time to rest, believe me when I say it will make you and your household feel so good. It is so transformative to see what it looks like to rest for the first time. So I want you to do that because when you rest, that becomes a doing nothing with purpose or even on purpose. You are intentionally saying that I see that I have this 15-minute block and I'm going to use it to decompress or to rest. And use it for that, nothing else. When you start separating time to rest, it changes a lot of things. The second thing I learned about free time is a resource. It's not a test. It's something that you are using to excel in your life. It's something that you are using to push you towards your vision. Remember, I said Andrea had this 10-year plan. If Andrea took the free time that she found and she starts using it to invest in her future, she's going to reach that goal. She's going to hit that vision. You want to reach your goals and we talk about it all the time, how we made a vision board, a prayer board, we made a checklist, we've made checkpoints in our lives, we've made resolutions for the new year. We want to reach them, right? So you're going to use your free time to access the things required for that vision. So sometimes that free time, we use it as a resource. Free time is movement. It's not always about sitting still. It's not always resting. Free time sometimes means movement. Okay? Third thing I learned when it comes to free time is what I could use it to do. Not just to get to my vision board, but maybe how could I just treat myself to something. That free time might look like me learning a new language. Trying out some Duolingo. You know, Duolingo? Duolingo. It might look like reading a book that I have had sitting on my nightstand, on my dresser, on my bookshelf, and it's collecting dust. That could be the very book that propels your life from where it is today to where it's going to go. You know what I'm saying? You could use that time to pray. Some of us have asked God for more time with Him. And we're like, because I don't see how. I just don't have the time right now. So God says, okay, I'm going to give you the time. I'm going to show you where those pockets of time are. And then He shows you and you still don't pray. That's messed up, by the way. Use that time to pray, to journal, to drink your tea. Y'all know I'm a big tea drinker and I'm a big water drinker. And I use my free time as my tea time. Yes. So not everything that you do requires you to make this like huge impact or momentum. The small things make impact too. So it doesn't have to be, oh, I'm going to the gym every day and I'm going for an hour and I'm no. Little small steps have just as significant of an impact as the big ones do. You could go to the gym one day a week, or you could work out at home, which is what I do. You could take your money and put $5 in your investment account and make a dent, or you could take and put $500. Either way, it's a small step that's going to get you there. Like, no matter what you do when you are moving at the pace God called you to move in, you're not going to miss the blessing. You're not going to miss the mark. You're not going to miss the opportunity because it's for you. It already has your name on it. So you can technically go as slow as you want, honestly, if that's the pace God called you to move in and you feel like you're going slower than everyone else around you. But if that's your pace, you're still going to get it. You're still going to get there. You just got to wait until it's your turn. Okay? So that's something we got to work on, y'all. And sometimes in that free time, it looks like joy with your kids. It's not always going out with friends. It's not always tea time. Some of that time is spending time with your kids. When I have a busy work day and my kids are home with me being homeschooled sometimes, I will just suddenly have like an urge to play with my kids. To have a conversation with my oldest. We don't quote unquote play. We'll cook together, we'll talk and laugh together. That's my way of spending time with her. We'll go someplace just me and her. And my little one, we'll go someplace just me and her. Or we'll drink tea together. And we will do homework together, her schoolwork together. So I get these little spurts of quality time with my kids, like popping the balloon around the living room. Things like that. I want you to just use your free time to look for those pockets of time. Because at this point, you've rested. So there's no, I need to go take a nap. You've rested. You found another pocket of time where you could be with yourself, by yourself. And now it's time to figure out where that other pocket of time lies for you to be with your children. Just my thoughts. The fourth thing I learned on this journey is choosing intentionally versus reacting. Scrolling versus selecting. Because sometimes when we use our free time, the free time is being used to scroll. Nothing is wrong with scrolling because scrolling in itself is fine. But you have to be selective with how much time. I'm going to say it again. Scrolling is fine, but be selective about your time. You say, I'm only going to scroll for about 5 minutes because then I got to get back to the assigned free time with discipline. Because at this point, we should have assigned our free time to certain things that propel us to the vision. And if we have not done that, then go and do it. because you don't want to waste your time scrolling. Now, I hear some of y'all saying, well, I scroll when I'm scrolling, I'm looking at the news or educational things, and that's great. I do it too. I'm looking up whatever the latest news might be in my feed. I'm learning a new language. I'm checking out the new books. I'm checking on the people that I follow and I subscribe to on Instagram or YouTube. I'm watching the reels, getting ideas, looking at financial concepts, on and on and on. None of this stuff that I'm doing is stuff that could stop me from reaching my goal. It actually helps me get there. But if all I'm doing is spending time looking at the stuff that helps me reach my goal, but I don't implement it into my own life, I don't use the free time that I found to dive deep into what it is that I need to do, if I don't create strategy with the time that I found to actually implement the stuff and get there, then I'm just scrolling. I'm not using my free time in the assigned way that I said I was going to use it in the first place. So, be selective about what you watch. Scrolling can be valuable, but watch how much time. Also, being selective means be careful of what you are watching when you're scrolling, because everything does not benefit you. Everything is not valuable, and you would think that that's like a duh. But just a reminder, everything that we watch is not going to get us to the vision. And when you start thinking that way, well, I don't want to be where I am right now in 10 years. I don't want to be where I am right now in 1 year. I don't want to be where I am right now 6 months, 1 month, or tomorrow, or an hour from now. If that's you, then you got to be very, very intentional about where you're assigning your free time, and very, very intentional about what you are selecting to scroll and watch in your free time. All right? So, with all of that being said, I want y'all to say this freedom statement with me, because I always tend to have a statement when we're sitting on the couch. I want you to say, because my time is aligned and assigned, I can use it for intentional living and purpose and planning. Okay? That's what I want you to do. Because when you start living your life in this way, now God steps in and he handles what you can't. You say, God, here's my free time. This is what I've assigned to these free time categories: praying, journaling, nails, massage, rest, playing with my children, maybe even building my business or my brand. And then God says, okay, you've taken a step forward. So let me go ahead and show you what I can do with your one step. All right, y'all. So next week, we are going to talk about the way God sees us, just to make sure that we are on the same page with what God is calling us to do, that we are walking the same pace that God called us to walk, and that we're meeting the goals to hit that vision that God put in our hearts, as desires for our hearts. I want to make sure we get there, all right? So I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a good day. Bye.
In 2025, God gave me the blueprint. But in 2026, I'm walking single moms through it.